Kadugaya, I am Marolt, and welcome to the first and probably the only episode of this. What is this? Marolt's Guide to Competitive Pokemon. Now, if you would like to learn something about how competitive Pokemon works, you came to the right place. If you already know some stuff but not everything, you came to the right place. If you know how the competitive works, you came to the right place, because I will be playing also, and I don't know what's with my hair today, and yeah, that's completely irrelevant, but I don't know, I need a haircut soon, because this is kind of growing too fast, the side lines. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, yeah, competitive, guide to competitive. So let's just get started with it, all the bullshit, as we listen to some MDK sounds in the background. Of course, check him out, link in the description, because... Okay, so let's just go. Am I even recording? Yeah, okay, I am. Just need to check. First, before we start, let me introduce you to two of your new best friends. Two of your new best friends. Where is it? Two? So you'll have three now. Me plus these two. I'm kidding. Okay, so first it's, as you can see here, it's SMOGON.com. SMOGON is a large database of basically everything you need to know about Pokemon. If you click here on the Dex and go to X and Y, since it is the last generation, the last series, here you have all 721 Pokemon. And what does this help? Well, because we'll get to that later. And second best friend is, well, Pokemon Showdown. If you don't know what Pokemon Showdown is, it is a simulator, a battle simulator, with which you can play online, or you can install it for your Windows. Now, I already have it installed right here, and the way this works, this guide, I will be explaining it, excuse me, well, here on SMOGON, because I think that it is the easiest thing to do. Okay, so now that we are here, let's just get started. First thing to know, format. What is this? Well, here you can see you have a lot of different formats of which you can play. For example, OU, Uber, UU, RU, NU. This OU means overused, Ubers is, well, the highest rank, I mean tier, and RU rarely used, UU underused, and so on. So yeah, this is basically like division, divided, all the Pokemon are divided in different groups based on how well they perform or how used they are by trainers or by players. So yeah, if we can we'll go here to a new team, we can see that overused Pokemon. These are all overused Pokemon, Amoonguss, Azumarill, Bisharp, Breloom, and so on. Also, if we go back to our SMOGON page, right here, and we have here formats. And again, you can, if you have some time and you are bored, there are every format is explained here. And well, just for doing this guide, we'll go to the OU. Now, as you can see, overused, it's all here. Overused is SMOGON's fundamental usage-based tier. Yeah, OU is the most played, and that's why I used it too. I mean, it makes sense, overused. Fundamental usage-based tier, blah blah blah, with the exceptions of Pokemon, you can read this out. Ubers is the higher, and this is what the restrictions are, and yeah. So again, here's the list of all the Pokemon you can use. Now, you can use a Pokemon from lower tier in higher tiers, but not vice versa, because, well, that's the only logical thing to do. So yeah, also I forgot to mention, if you are new to Pokemon and to competitive Pokemon, there is a lot of stuff, a lot of information that you will have to remember. And don't try to do it in one day, because it's impossible. I mean, these are some humongous databases. Well, it's a lot of information. That's what I'm trying to say. And I didn't learn it in one day, and neither will you. So don't try, and don't be upset if you don't get it the first time, because, well, yeah, it's a lot of information. Okay, so overused. So that would be the formats. Did I explain that right? I hope I did. I mean, again, explaining is not really my thing, because English is my second language. And yeah, okay, so yeah, I think formats. If you, if it happens that I didn't explain anything like the way I should, ask me in the comment section below, because I will explain it there again. So yes, formats. We went over the formats. Now let's just, as I've said, a lot of information. And here are all the Pokemon listed, and I know them all, basically, because I've played a lot of Pokemon already, and well, I've had the time to learn everything. But for you, just give it time. I swear it will come to you eventually. But yeah, for this, no, yeah, that's fine. That was quite a derp moment right there, but that's fine. Okay, so explaining Pokemon, how it works. Let me just bring up Milotic, because, well, the best Pokemon ever created. Milotic. First, you can see water type. What does this mean? Well, each Pokemon has 1 or 2 typings. And, well, type effectiveness, yeah, I'll explain this with a picture, just bear with me for a moment. As you see all my Google searches, I don't really care about that. Okay, so here it is. We have 18 types. Is it 18? Sorry about that. So, come on now. We have 18 types. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, 18. Yeah, as I said, 18. I miscounted the first time. This is gonna be such a great video. I can't wait. So, normal is not very effective against rock, which is, I mean, again, this is, you'll just have to memorize this, because that's how competitive works. You have to know what's super effective against what and what resists what. And yeah, again, you can do it in one day. You just give it time. Now, there is some logicality behind the, I mean, super effectiveness or not very effective. If we just quickly go through this. Normal is not very effective against a rock or steel type Pokemon. So if you imagine yourself, because, well, it's the easiest way to remember, humans, yeah, people. If you try to slap a rock, it's not gonna work, because it's, yeah, there's it's not gonna work. It's simple as that. And also, I will try not to complicate everything, because I usually do that. Okay, no effective, I mean, it's not effective towards ghosts at all, which makes sense, because, well, we humans can't even see ghosts, and I'm hitting my mic so much, I'm sorry. It's because I wave with my hands so much. Okay, let's get back to it. You can't see ghosts. How will you damage them if you can't see them? And if you try to touch them, your hand just goes through them. Okay, next. Fire against fire, not very effective. Makes sense, because if you are a fire type Pokemon, you resist fire. And water is, as you can see, fire is not very effective against water, and water is super effective against fire, because, well, you extinguish fire with water, and yeah. Okay, that's it. So fire super effective against grass. You can burn the plants, all the plants burn down. Against ice, well, fire melts ice, that makes sense. Against bug, kill it with fire. That always works. Kill it with fire. Not very effective against rock, well, because you can hit the rock with like your lighter, how to say, with lighter, yeah, and nothing much will happen. And not very effective against dragon types, because, well, dragons, there's not much sense to it. I mean, there is. Dragons breathe fire and they resist it too. Yeah, so I guess it makes sense. And super effective against steel type Pokemon. So, because any metal will melt with, when it comes, I mean, when you heat it up. Yeah, sure. Moving on. Water, we said fire, and water on water, not very effective. Yeah, of course. Also not very effective against ground. No, sorry, grass. Because, well, the plants will just absorb all the water and it will not be very effective. Makes sense. Ground, if you water the ground, it will become mud and soggy, and it's super effective, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Just remember this. And so is rock. The easiest way to remember this is, well, let's say a golem is ground rock Pokemon and it's 4 times super effective against, 4 times weak to water type moves. Oh, also representing this Drop a Draco shirt. Okay, blah blah blah. Water not very effective against dragons because dragons can swim and everything. Electric super effective against water because water conducts electricity, and if you are in water or something like that. Science, physics, and I keep hitting my mic. I don't know how that will sound, but I hope it's not terrible. Electric not very effective against ground because if you, again, science bitch, if you ground, the expression is to ground something. If lightning strikes, it will go to the ground and nothing will happen. Then flying, super effective against flying because, well, if a bird is struck by lightning, it's instant death. Grass, not very effective against fire, and super effective against water because, well, those are the opposites of what we said already. But not every type is maybe, I don't know, is effective to the, if you know what I'm trying to say. For example, ice is not very effective against water, but water is not super effective against ice. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so electric, we did electric. Dragon resists almost everything. I'm taking way too much time for this. Okay, so let's just get quickly through this. Let's just get through this quickly. Grass, we said fire, water, and yeah, that's it. Ice, super effective against grass because it freezes them, and in the snow, all the plants die. Super effective against ground because when you freeze the ground, it breaks. It breaks, yeah, sure, why not? Ice, also in the winter, the birds have to go to the southern pole or wherever it's warm. And super effective against the dragon. Not sure why, because, well, dragons don't like the winter or something like that. But yeah, super effective, blah blah blah, that's fine. Fighting, super effective against normal because Jackie Chan, always imagine like Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee will break your spine with no problems. He will kick your ass. And super effective against ice, if you imagine an ice sculpture, and it breaks. Same with rock and steel. Jackie Chan can break. And super effective against dark, because if something is evil, just kick the shit out of it and the evil will go away. Exercise it with beating. Okay, poison, super effective against grass because of, well, toxic fumes and toxic waste kills the plants in the forests. And not very effective, poison, blah blah blah. And super effective against fairy because, well, I guess poison kills fairies too. Kinda makes sense. Ground, super effective against fire, electric, poison, rock, and steel. Because, well, you could just imagine an earthquake, or no, you have a fire, you put some ground on it, and you extinguish it. Next, what's next? Poison, same, I guess. Toxic, I mean, yeah, sure, let's just go with the same. Then rock, steel, and what do we have? No, oh, I forgot electric. Electric is, well, as I said, super effective against ground, tower, Pokemon, blah blah blah. That's fine, you know that. And super effective against steel and rock. If you imagine like a big building made of steel or rock even, and an earthquake comes and boom, everything drops down. Drops dead, broken. Flying, super effective against grass because birds eat plants. And also super effective against fighting type Pokemon because Jackie Chan can't do nothing to a bird attacking it from the sky, something like that. Sure, why not? And super effective against bug because they eat bug type Pokemon also. Psychic, super effective against fighting because he will read your every move. Before you will know how to attack, I mean before Jackie Chan will know how to attack him, he will foresee that and dodge and say whoosh. Why am I having so much fun doing this? Okay, poison also psychic powers, poison destroys, okay. Not very effective against dark. I mean no, not very effective, but no effectiveness against dark. I also forgot to mention ground was not very, I mean has no effectiveness on flying because well the ground shakes, flying it does nothing. Fighting to ghost, same as normal to ghost, and poison to steel because you can't really do much with poison to steel. Okay, I'm all over the place. Where did I left off? Where have I left off? Bug, super effective against grass because them little bug types they eat. They eat the forests, the plants, and super effective against psychic types. I don't know why, just I mean if you can be an intellectual and have psychic powers, but you know you're gonna be afraid of a bug. Everybody's afraid of bugs, especially those flying pesky ones, and then they just slam into your face and one gets in your nose and one gets in your mouth and get the fuck off me. Okay, and super effective against dark because no matter how evil you are, as I've said, you will still be afraid of bugs. Rock types, rock super effective against fire, makes sense. Ice too, because you can break ice with a rock. And also flying because, well, you grab a rock and you throw it at the bird and the bird kind of dies. Yeah. Super effective against bug type Pokemon too, because you crush it with a rock, and that's it. Ghost has no effectiveness against normal, which is kind of makes sense because if you can't touch a ghost, the ghost can't touch you, and yeah, sure. Super effective against psychic and ghost itself. This is, yeah, this goes beyond human comprehension, so you just have to remember that. And dragon, again, super effective against itself, but has no effectiveness against fairy type Pokemon. Next, dark. Dark is basically same as ghost, but better because it resists itself. But yeah, okay, that's fine. Still super effective against ice because you break ice with a piece of metal. Super effective against rock. Again, you break a rock with some metal, and super effective against fairy because and yeah, finally fairy super effective against fighting type Pokemon because I have no idea why. Dragons and dark types because, well, dragons make sense because fairy dragons and all that mythical bullshit, and dark types because evil. If you're a fairy, you can exercise evil. Is it exercise? You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we did the typings. Okay, so next, as you can see, we have ourselves a Pokemon right here, Milotic. We name it Grace, because we go female, because, well, I love the name Grace. And item. Now here's, again, you have so much choices of items, of what you can do. But for just, if you are starting this, just go ask your best friend and go, your best friend, you search Milotic, and you have already some sets here. Now this is what is mostly used. It says here moves, but first of all you check this item, leftovers. Okay, so we go and give you leftovers. Now what the leftovers do? At the end of every turn, holder restores 1/16 of its max HP. So yeah, that's basically. So okay, items, again, there's just a lot of information, and you really need to study this, to remember everything, so you can, but as you can see, most popular items are, well, these 10 items, and do I go through them? Assault Vest? No, I'll do that later, in my later episodes, so yeah, check those out. Okay, so ability. What is an ability? Every Pokemon has one ability. It has 3 different abilities, or 2, or some just have 1. But at the time you can only use 1. Now if we see here, Marvel Scale, Competitive and Cute Charm is, well, what Milotic gets. Marvel Scale, if this Pokemon is status, its defense is 1.5. So status means poison, paralyzed, burned, frozen, asleep. Yeah, those are the status conditions. And if you, for example, if you get paralyzed with your Grace, with your Milotic, its defense will go up for 1 stage. Competitive, if this Pokemon's special attack is raised by 2 for each of its stats that is lowered by a foe. So if I just go, for example, Landorus here. No, I wanted Terrain. Here we go. He has the ability Intimidate. So on switching, this Pokemon lowers the attack of adjacent foes, his opponents, by 1 stage. So if we imagine the battle starts, there is a Landorus on the opposing side of the field and Milotic on this side. So Landorus will Intimidate, which will lower my attack by 1 stage, but because of that, my special attack will be raised by 2 stages. Yeah, okay, and I don't know why I'm explaining this in such detail, but I don't know, I'm bored, I'm home alone, and I just like to do videos. Why not? Okay, so abilities, again, every Pokemon gets different abilities. Some get the same, but if we just look at them for a moment, Effect Spore, Regenerator, Thick Fat, Huge Power, Sap Sipper, there are a lot of abilities. So as I've said, a lot of information. And well, the quickest way to remember it, in my opinion, is just to play. Go to, or maybe I will leave you, yeah, okay, I know, we'll get to that, to the end. Okay, so next, moves. Again, moves, every Pokemon has different move set, move pool, and you can choose from a lot of different moves what to use. Now if we just go to our SMOGON, our best friend, it says here, Scald, Ice Beam, Haze and Recover. Okay, so we go and we go. Scald, Haze, Ice Beam and Recover. And now, yeah, what do these moves do? Scald, it's every move you use is, well, there are 3 different types of moves. One is, if I just kind of delete this because I forgot to mention this. So 3 types of moves. First is the special. The special moves, which you can see with this little circle. And yeah, there are also a lot of others which, well, Milotic can't learn, and that's why they're illegal. Okay, so special moves. We have physical moves. No, I'm sorry. what am I doing? Physical moves, which are also, well, which are physical, and the third one are status moves. No, what am I doing? Stop, please. Status. There we go. And are like another circle. So if we, yeah, okay, 3 different types of moves, which later counts. I mean, which depends on, well, what do you use, attack or special attack, or yeah. So again, let's just go. Scald. Special type move does 80 damage and has 100% accuracy. Also has a side effect. So here you can see this is power, accuracy, PP, which is not really that important, but it can be in some situations, and also an additional effect to what this move has. So if we go again, Ice Beam, this is, well, water type move. This is Ice Beam, where are you? Which we can see is an ice type move, 90 power and 100 accuracy. Come on now. Oh, come on, please stop. Ice Beam. There we go. Then we had Haze. Now Haze is an ice type move, but it's a status move, which means it doesn't do any damage, but has like a special side effect to the move. So eliminates all stat changes. So if someone tries to set up in front of your face, you go like, nah, we're not having that. And yeah, finally, what was it? Recover. Yeah, oh, of course. Recover heals the user's HP by 50% of its, you basically recover. And okay, I hope that I explained moves. No, I did not. There's so much more I could say, but okay, yeah. Some moves raise your attack, defense, and blah blah blah. There are different, again, information, a lot of information, you just have to remember it. Now, I might sound like a jerk, but that's honestly how it is. You need to know stuff before getting into battling. Okay, so what is this? The last final, well, final square in here. It's EVs and IVs. Now, first of all, what are EVs and what are IVs? IVs are, well, how is it? Individual values. So individual value means that every Pokemon has a certain number of individual values, from 0 to 31 in, well, HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. And yeah, if you play in game, this is randomized at the moment you hatch an egg. I mean, when a Pokemon hatches from an egg, it has like different stats here. 6, maybe 22, 20, I mean 27, 22, no, 4, and something like that. And there we go. And yeah, in game this is how it would look, but when you play competitive, of course you max out everything because you want your Pokemon to have the highest stats possible. Let me just do this, hop, and we are okay. So how does this affect the game? Well, if I have 31 IVs in HP, or if I have 0, you can see that my HP will be lowered. Also, the only effect of IVs is in a move called Hidden Power. Now, Hidden Power is, well, as we can see here, a normal type move, special normal type move, which varies in the type based on the user's IVs. So it can be basically of any type, but except for Fairy, because it was a move before Fairy type came out. So yeah, I can have a Hidden Power Fire Milotic, so which means that I get a Fire type moves, one Fire type move, although Milotic can't learn any Fire type moves. And also, as you can see, the IVs, the Showdown automatically adjusts this. So yeah, I need to sacrifice one IV in speed, one IV in special attack, and well, this doesn't really matter because, yeah, whatever. Okay, so those are IVs. EVs means external value, and it's how much investment do you want to give to your Pokemon. No, wait, this was recover. As you can see, well, this showdown, if immediately, I'm repeating myself, okay. Showdown immediately suggests you what would be the best set for, well, these moves. I mean, for these moves you choose and for the item, and it suggests you what to use. And if we go, like, we'll just get rid of this because we aren't there yet. And it says here max HP and max defense with 4 in attack. I mean 4 in special attack. Now this means that it will take all the moves better, all physical moves. It's basically making a defensive wall. And yeah, you need to distribute these IVs in, well, it depends on what do you want your Pokemon to do. And one last thing to note here, nature, serious nature. There are 20 different natures, and well, they each raise one stat and lower the other. So if we take a look, Adamant, that lowers special attack but raises the attack, which is not good for Milotic because it has base 60 attack and base, so yeah, we in this situation would want it to go to up the defense, which is why we can go plus, we can just type in plus into Showdown, and lower the attack because we are using some special type moves and we want to still hit something decently hard. And yeah, that comes out as bold nature, which raises defense and lowers the attack. Now again, I mean, this is a lot of information, but you, in my opinion, you don't really need to know every nature because, well, some are useless, like Lax. You're never gonna use Lax in competitive, and Gentle too. But you memorize the important ones like Adamant, Jolly, Timid, which, I mean, also Impish, Lonely, Mild, yeah, you know. Well, you basically memorize all of them once you've played enough. But yeah, okay, so that's it for the Showdown. Now again, no, not again. Just we're starting over. Now what do you do with this? Well, first you need to build yourself a team, which, no, I'll get to that. I'll make that in another video, which will be Marolt's guide to team building. Yeah, and check it out. Check it out. So yeah, now that we are here, we created a Pokemon. Now what do? We go to here and we go to Bulbapedia. Ooh, this is also Bulbapedia. This is also one of your best friends because there's a lot of information here. Now if we take a look at this here, damage formula. Now this is when there are two Pokemon on the field. When there are two type of Pokemon on the field, and god damn it, oh, this way, it's reversed, so bear with me. Two Pokemon on the field, one on your side and one on the opponent's. That is if you are playing the singles. You can also play the doubles or triples, but that's okay. So yeah, let's just look at this. Now damage, this is the damage. 2 times the level plus 10. So that doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters if you play in-game, because if you're a higher level you do more damage. But if you play competitive, all of your Pokemon will be a level 100. So that doesn't really matter. Now attack and defense. Here comes the kind of a tricky part. Attack of the attacking Pokemon. So if my Pokemon let's say Milotic and let's say Landorus on the opposing side, because I said Landorus before. Mine, I mean, since I am using a special attack, that will count as special attack and special defense. But attack or defense is basically the same. And yeah, it's, as we can see here, attack and defense are the working attack and defense stats, blah blah blah. If the special attack, I've said that, some moves... Yeah, okay, so attack... Okay, yeah, I basically said it. Attack is of the attacking Pokemon and defense is of the defending Pokemon. And yeah, that's it. Base is the base power of attack, as we saw, Scald does 80, I mean is base 80 power, and Ice Beam is 90. So it can also be just 40 damage or 150 or 250 if you use Explosion, but you die. But okay. And finally, no, that's +2. And finally, the Modifier. Now here's also, Modifier is what comes into play. Stab. First, what is stab? Same type attack bonus, as we can see. It means that if we go back, my Milotic is a water type Pokemon and Scald is a water type move. So therefore we say that Scald is a stab move, because it gets a bonus of being the same type attack bonus, stab. And it gets bonus of 1.5. Okay, type counts as super effective, not very effective, or no effectiveness at all. As you can see here, 0.5, that's if it resists 4 times, if normal effectiveness, or yeah. Then there's critical hit, because there is a critical is 2 for, no, it's 1.5 in 6th generation, because there's always a chance of a critical hit happening. It's, I think, like 6.2%, but not in Showdown. In Showdown it's like 50, in my opinion, because Showdown crits every single time. Yeah. Okay, critical hit, yep, we said that. And other, what's other abilities? Double. Okay, held items, yeah. If for example you're holding a Life Orb, which powers up your attacks by 1.2, this would come here, and random between 0.5 and 1%. So therefore there come rolls. Now let me just get here, and damage calculator, also one of great things. Now we set Milotic, UU defensive, and Landorus, let's just say OU defensive. Now this is the situation in which we find ourselves, and as you can see, Ice Beam, since it is 4 times super effective against ground flying type Pokemon as Landorus, will do the most damage, although Scald is stab, which, well, 4 times super effective is still better than just 2 times super effective. And if you can see, there's like 81% to 96%. This comes from the random part here, because I don't know why it makes the game more interesting sometimes, but sometimes it just makes it aggravating. Why do I have this here? Oops. And I just burped. But this is going to be some great commentary and an episode. And yeah, I mean, I think I said it. I said everything, more or less. It's you just need to know a lot about everything. I mean, you have to memorize a lot of stuff, but it comes by itself. And don't be discouraged if you think that, oh my god, I'm never gonna remember it. No, just go with it, and you need to be persistent, because if you give up too soon, well, you will never know what could have been. Yeah, right? And okay, so I think I said it. I said everything pretty much already. And in the next episode, I mean, the next series will be, well, Marolt's guide to team building, and we will make ourselves a team, and yeah, be sure to watch it. And I think that's it. If I forgot to mention something, of course remind me in the comment section below. If I didn't explain anything, I mean if there was a thing I didn't explain correctly or adequately, let me know, I will try to explain it again. Also subscribe if you haven't yet, because there will be some more content. Also check out my fire rate randomizer Nuzlocke, which is going up. What am I saying? Oh, okay. This. Okay, sorry. Focus, you're almost done. Okay, yeah. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like down below. Comments. There's no question of the day. Yeah, if I forgot something, let me know. Thanks for watching. Share with your friends, all that good stuff. And I'm out. Thanks for watching again. And share with your friends. And have I said thanks for watching already? Share with your friends. Leave a like down below. I'm out. No, okay, gremo. There we go. Kaj dogaja, I am Marolt and welcome to, well, Marolt's Guide to Competitive Pokemon. Well, first of all, what is this? This is, well, me trying to explain to you how competitive Pokemon works. Now, if you know something already about Pokemon, about competitive Pokemon, that's fine. But if you are a beginner and you would like to learn, well, this is the place for you. And yeah, I think that all the bullshit is done that I need to say before starting this. So let's just begin, right? And I hit my mic. Sorry. Okay, so before we get started, first let me, as you can see my screen here. Whoops. You probably should not see that, but I mean, you see what games I play, so oh my god. Okay, so first of all, let me introduce you to... Nope. Yeah, no. Stop. We'll try this.